You're exhausted, aren't you? You've tried the positive thinking, you've tried the fighting, you've tried changing yourself. And you're still here, tired, frustrated, wondering if there's something fundamentally wrong with you. Let me tell you something nobody's told you. There's nothing wrong with you. You've just been playing by the wrong rules, and today I'm going to show you a riddle. When you solve it, your apples will fall upward. I want you to imagine something with me. You wake up one morning. The alarm screams, you drag yourself out of bed, your body feels heavy, the room is gray, the coffee tastes bitter. You look at your to-do list and feel nothing, just tired, just trapped. Every task feels like pushing a boulder uphill. Your job is meaningless. The people around you are indifferent. The future? It's just more of this, more exhaustion, more struggle. More of the same gray reality stretching endlessly ahead. Now, imagine this. You wake up to the rustling of morning stars. Light pours through your window like liquid gold. Your body feels alive, electric. You make coffee and it tastes like possibility. You look at your day and feel excitement bubbling in your chest. Your work feels purposeful. The people around you are vibrant, interesting, alive. The future? It's bright, it's open, it's full of doors you haven't even noticed yet. Same person, same life, technically, but two completely different realities. Here's what nobody tells you. Both of these worlds exist right now, at the same time, and you're choosing which one you're living in, whether you know it or not. But here's the kicker. Most people don't know they have a choice. They think they're stuck in the gray world fighting to escape, when all along there's been a door. Ready to find it? Let me guess. You've been told some version of these 3 lies your entire life. Lie number 1, your destiny is predetermined. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's karma from past lives. Maybe it's just the way things are. This is the worldview that says, sorry, you were born into this. Your circumstances, your limitations, your struggles, they're fixed. Accept them, make peace with them, and if you can't, well, maybe in your next life things will be better. How's that working for you? Here's the problem with this belief. It's not just unsatisfying, it's a prison. Because even if you believe in karma, even if you believe in past lives, even if you believe in divine plans, you don't remember those past lives. You only remember this one. And in this one, you're stuck, exhausted, and the universe feels indifferent at best and cruel at worst. This worldview makes you a passive victim in your own life. And deep down, you know it's not the full story. Lie number 2. Just be happy with what you have. Choose happiness. It's all about perspective. Gratitude is the key. You've heard this one, haven't you? The relentless positivity, the forced smile, the spiritual bypassing dressed up as wisdom. And here's the uncomfortable truth nobody talks about. Forced happiness isn't happiness, it's performance. It's exhausting. It's like trying to convince yourself you love a meal that tastes like cardboard. You can tell yourself it's delicious. You can smile while you chew. But your body knows the truth. You can't force yourself to be happy any more than you can force yourself to fall in love. Real happiness, real joy, it's organic. It's natural. It arises when your life actually aligns with who you are, not when you gaslight yourself into pretending everything is fine. Lie number 3. You have to fight for everything. This is the one that's probably destroyed you the most. Work hard. No pain, no gain. You have to earn your success. Fight for your dreams. So you did. You fought. You struggled. You sacrificed. You climbed over obstacles. You pushed through resistance. You white-knuckled your way toward your goals. And here's the brutal reality. Millions of people fight like this every single day. They work themselves to exhaustion. They sacrifice their health, their relationships, their peace of mind. And only a tiny fraction ever succeed. The rest, they're told the problem is them. Not enough willpower, not enough discipline, not enough hustle. So now they have to fight with themselves too. Change yourself. Change yourself. Fix yourself. Be better. It's exhausting, and it doesn't work. So here's my question for you. What if all 3 of these approaches are missing something fundamental? Here's what no one tells you. You don't have to accept a predetermined fate. You don't have to fake happiness. And you definitely don't have to fight your way through life like you're storming a battlefield. There's a third way, and it's so simple, so elegant that most people miss it completely. Let me ask you something. When you go to a supermarket, do you stand there trying to create an apple from scratch? Do you fight the store for the right to have an apple? Do you accept that maybe apples just aren't meant for you? You walk in and you choose the apple you want because it's already there. It's been created, it's available. Your only job is to select it. Now, what if I told you reality works the same way? What if I told you that every possible version of your life already exists? The version where you're fulfilled, the version where you're thriving, the version where your work feels purposeful and your relationships are vibrant and your days feel alive. It's not in the future. It's not something you have to build from scratch. It's not something you have to earn through suffering. It's here, right now, in what quantum physics calls the field of infinite possibility. And your consciousness, your focus, your attention, your state of being is the selector. This is called transurfing, and it changes everything. You're not creating your reality from nothing. You're not fighting reality to bend it to your will. You're choosing which reality to experience, like tuning a radio to a different frequency. The station already exists. The music is already playing. You're just adjusting the dial. The question isn't, can I have what I want? The question is, which version of reality am I tuning into right now? And here's where it gets interesting. Let me explain this in a way that makes sense. Think about a radio for a moment. Right now, as you're listening to this, there are hundreds of radio signals passing through the space around you. Music, talk shows, news broadcasts, they're all transmitting simultaneously, but you only hear the one you're tuned to. Does the rock station cease to exist when you're listening to jazz? It's still broadcasting, it's still playing, you're just not tuned to its frequency. Your consciousness works the same way. Right now, there are infinite versions of your life existing simultaneously in what physicists call the quantum field, a field of pure potential, pure possibility. In one version, you're thriving. In another, you're struggling. In one, you wake up excited. In another, you wake up exhausted. They're all real. They're all available. They're all broadcasting. The question is, which frequency are you tuned to? And here's the radical part. You tune in through your state of being, not your actions, not your willpower, not your affirmations or visualizations or desperate hoping. Your state of being, your vibration, your emotional frequency. When you wake up in that gray world I described earlier, tired, trapped, struggling, you're tuned to the frequency of struggle. And what does the field reflect back? More struggle, more resistance, more evidence that life is hard. But when you shift your state, when you feel alive, when you feel open, when you feel like possibility is real, you tune to a different frequency, and suddenly doors appear, opportunities show up. People respond differently. The world rearranges itself around you, not because you fought for it, not because you earned it, but because you aligned with it. This is what the ancient mystics knew. This is what quantum physicists are discovering. This is what every person who's ever experienced effortless success understands intuitively. You don't create reality, you select it. Think about the times in your life when something came easily, when the right person showed up at the right time, when the opportunity appeared out of nowhere, when things just flowed. Did you fight for those moments? Did you force them? Or did they feel like grace, like synchronicity, like the universe was conspiring in your favor? That's not luck. That's alignment. And here's what most people miss. When you're in alignment, when you're tuned to the right frequency, reality doesn't resist you. It cooperates, it responds, it reflects. But when you're out of alignment, when you're stressed, desperate, forcing, fighting, you create static, noise, interference, and the field can't deliver what you want because you're not a match for it. So the question becomes, how do you get into alignment? And that's where the real work begins. Here's the truth that will set you free. You are not creating your destiny, you are choosing it. Let that sink in for a moment. Every version of your life, every possible timeline already exists. The timeline where you're fulfilled, the timeline where you're struggling, the timeline where you're exactly where you want to be. They're all there, all real, all available. Your job isn't to build them from scratch. Your job is to choose which one you want to live. And you choose through alignment, through coherence, through the state of consciousness you embody. This is where most manifestation teachings get it wrong. They tell you to visualize what you want, to affirm what you want, to take action toward what you want, but they're missing the crucial piece. You can't create what already exists. You can only tune into it. Think about it like this. If you want to listen to a jazz station, do you try to create jazz through sheer willpower? Do you fight the radio to play jazz? Number. You simply adjust the dial. You tune in. The jazz already exists. Your only job is to match its frequency. Your desired reality is the same. It exists, right now, in the quantum field. Your job isn't to force it into being. Your job is to become a vibrational match for it. And here's the beautiful part. When you stop fighting, when you stop forcing, when you stop trying to create from scratch, everything becomes easier. Not because life suddenly decides to help you, but because you're no longer creating resistance. You're flowing with what already is. This is the shift. This is the third way. This is what Transurfing teaches. Not acceptance of a predetermined fate, not forced positivity, not endless fighting, but conscious choice, intentional alignment, tuning into the reality you want to experience. Are you starting to see it? So let me make this practical. Because understanding the concept is one thing. Actually living it is another. Here's how most people approach their goals. They decide what they want. They visualize it. They affirm it. They take action toward it. And then they wait. They hope. They check constantly to see if it's working. And when it doesn't show up immediately, they get frustrated, anxious, desperate. And that desperation, that need, creates a frequency of lack. A frequency that says, I don't have this yet. I need this. I'm incomplete without this. And what does the field reflect back? More lack, more need, more incompleteness. This is the trap. The harder you chase, the further it moves away. Because chasing implies distance, needing implies absence, fighting implies resistance. So what's the alternative? You embody the state of already having it, not as a trick, not as a technique, but as a genuine shift in your being. Let me explain what I mean. Think about something you already have that you love. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a skill, maybe it's a quality about yourself. When you think about it, there's no desperation, no need. No anxiety, you simply enjoy it, you appreciate it, you know it's yours. That's the frequency of having. That's alignment. That's coherence. Now, what if you could embody that same frequency toward the things you desire, not pretending you have them, not lying to yourself, but genuinely shifting your state of being to match the reality where they're already yours? This is where most spiritual teachings sound abstract. So let me break it down. Every reality, every timeline has an emotional signature, a vibrational frequency. The reality where you're thriving feels different than the reality where you're struggling. It has a different texture, a different tone, a different energy. Your job is to identify what that frequency feels like and embody it now, before the external circumstances change. This is the paradox. The thing you want exists in a reality where you're already the person who has it. And to access that reality, you have to be that person first, not after you get the thing, before. You can't get rich with a poverty mindset. You can't find love with a frequency of loneliness. You can't create success with a state of desperation. The external follows the internal, always. So here's the practice, and it's simple but not easy. First, identify what you want. Get clear, specific, not vague, not I want to be happy, but I want work that feels meaningful. I want relationships that feel alive. I want a life that feels purposeful. Second, ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had this? Not how you'd feel getting it, not the rush of achievement, but the steady, grounded feeling of living it every day. Would you feel free, peaceful, confident, joyful, expansive? Third, embody that feeling now, not as pretending, not as faking it till you make it, but as a genuine choice, a decision to inhabit that state regardless of your current circumstances. This is where most people resist. But how can I feel abundant when I'm broke? How can I feel peaceful when my life is chaos? How can I feel confident when nothing's working? And here's the truth. You can't wait for reality to change before you change your state. Your state determines which reality you experience. It's not reward, it's cause. You feel abundant first, then reality reflects abundance. You feel peaceful first, then reality becomes peaceful. You feel confident first, then opportunities appear that match that confidence. This is the reversal. This is the shift. This is what almost nobody does because it requires faith, not religious faith, but faith in the mechanism. Faith that the field responds to your state of being. Are you willing to try? Now, here's where most people get stuck. And I need you to really hear this because it's the difference between understanding this intellectually and actually living it. You can understand the concept, you can agree with it, you can even practice it for a while, but then something happens. Life pushes back. You embody the state of abundance and then your bank account drops. You embody the state of love and then you face rejection. You embody the state of success and then you hit an obstacle. And in that moment, your old programming screams at you, "See? It doesn't work. You're fooling yourself. You need to go back to fighting, struggling, forcing." This is the test. This is where most people break. This is where they decide transurfing is just another spiritual fantasy and go back to the old paradigm. But here's what's actually happening in those moments. You're experiencing the lag, the gap between tuning into a new frequency and the external reality catching up. Because reality doesn't shift instantly. It shifts in layers, in stages, in what seems like resistance but is actually reorganization. Think about tuning a radio again. When you start moving the dial, there's a moment of static, of noise, of interference. Does that mean the station doesn't exist? Number. It means you're between frequencies. You haven't fully locked in yet. Your life works the same way. When you shift your state, when you tune into a new reality, there's often a period where the old reality seems to intensify. The old patterns seem to fight back. The old circumstances seem to get worse before they get better. This is the quantum field testing your commitment. This is reality asking, are you serious about this new frequency? Or will you jump back to the old one at the first sign of difficulty? And here's the crucial part. If you react to the resistance, if you let the external circumstances determine your state, you drop back to the old frequency. You prove to the field that you're not ready for the new reality, that you don't actually believe it exists. But if you hold your state, if you remain aligned regardless of what the external looks like, you lock in. The static clears, the new frequency solidifies, and suddenly reality shifts to match. This is what Joe Dispenza calls crossing the river of change. This is what Bruce Lipton calls rewriting the subconscious. This is what every mystical tradition has pointed to in different languages. You have to hold the new frequency longer than the old reality can resist it. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this. There was a man who decided to tune into the frequency of abundance. He was broke, struggling, drowning in debt. But he committed to embodying the state of someone who was financially free, not pretending, not lying to himself, but genuinely feeling the peace, the confidence, the ease that comes with financial security. And for the first 2 weeks, things got worse. He lost a client, an unexpected bill showed up, his car broke down. Every external circumstance screamed at him to panic, to go back to fear, to return to struggle. But he didn't. He held his state. He maintained his alignment. He refused to let the temporary external dictate his internal frequency. And then, like a dam breaking, everything shifted. A new opportunity appeared. Money came from an unexpected source. Doors opened that hadn't existed before, not because he forced them, not because he fought harder, but because he held the frequency long enough for reality to reorganize around it. This is the mechanism. This is how it works. This is what nobody tells you when they teach manifestation. The resistance you face isn't proof it's not working. It's proof that it is. It's the old reality dissolving. It's the new reality forming. It's the transition. Can you hold your frequency through the storm? So now we're getting close to something important, something that ties all of this together. You remember at the beginning I told you about a riddle, a puzzle posed by someone I call the overseer. An enigmatic figure who appeared in my consciousness with a question that changed everything. He said, "Everyone has the right to choose anything they want. Complete freedom. But almost nobody knows how to access it." And then he asked, "What is the key? How do you claim this freedom? And when you discover it, your apples will fall upward." At first, I thought he was talking about techniques, methods, steps, maybe some secret ritual or practice that would unlock this freedom. But the more I sat with the question, the more I realized he wasn't talking about doing. He was talking about being. The key isn't in the action, the key is in the understanding. See, most people approach life like it's a problem to solve, a mountain to climb, a battle to win. They think freedom comes from achieving enough, accumulating enough, controlling enough. But here's what the overseer was pointing to. The freedom already exists. It's not something you earn, it's not something you create, it's not something you fight for, it's something you recognize, it's something you claim, it's something you step into, and the moment you truly understand this, the moment you stop trying to create your reality and start choosing it, physics itself bends, causality reverses. The impossible becomes possible, your apples fall upward. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Here's the layer that most manifestation teachings completely miss. You can't choose from a place of lack. You can't select a new reality while still identifying with the old one. You can't tune into abundance while vibrating at scarcity. You can't access freedom while still believing you're a prisoner. The choice has to come from alignment, from coherence, from the state of already being the person who lives in that reality. This is the shift, this is the key. This is the answer to the riddle. You don't get what you want, you become what you want, and then reality reflects it back, not as a reward, as a resonance. Think about it. When you're truly confident, people respond to you differently. Not because you earned their respect through achievement, but because confidence is magnetic. It has a frequency, and others tune into it. When you're genuinely at peace, life flows differently. Not because you fought your way to peace, but because peace removes resistance. It opens doors, it allows, the state comes first. The reality follows always, and when you truly embody the state of the reality you want, when you're no longer performing it or pretending it, but genuinely living from it, that's when the apples start falling upward. Are you ready to see how? Here it is, the answer, the solution, the key to the riddle. You don't choose what you want. You choose what you are. Let me explain what I mean by that, because this is everything. Most people make lists of what they want, the relationship, the money, the success, the freedom, and they focus on getting those things, attracting those things, manifesting those things. But here's the fundamental misunderstanding. Those things exist in specific realities, in specific timelines. And each timeline has a version of you living in it. The version of you in the abundant timeline isn't just you with more money. It's a version of you with a different state of being, a different frequency, a different consciousness. The version of you in the fulfilling relationship isn't just you with a partner. It's a version of you who already feels complete, who already feels loved, who already feels worthy. The version of you doing meaningful work isn't just you with a better job. It's a version of you who already feels purposeful, who already feels valuable, who already feels aligned. You see the pattern? The external circumstances aren't the goal. They're the reflection, the mirror, the evidence of the state you're embodying. So when you try to get the thing while still being the person who doesn't have it, you create a paradox, a dissonance, a static that prevents the reality from solidifying. But when you become the person who already lives in that reality, when you embody their state, their frequency, their being, you collapse the wave function. You select that timeline, you make it real. This is what quantum physics has been trying to tell us. The observer doesn't just watch reality, the observer determines reality. Your consciousness doesn't just perceive the world, it selects which world you perceive. Every moment you're choosing, not through your thoughts, not through your wishes, but through your state of being. When you feel lack, you choose the reality of lack. When you feel struggle, you choose the reality of struggle. When you feel limited, you choose the reality of limitation. But when you feel abundant, even before the bank account shows it, you choose the reality of abundance. When you feel peaceful, even before the circumstances justify it, you choose the reality of peace. When you feel free, even before the external proves it, you choose the reality of freedom. This is the reversal. This is the secret. This is the answer to the overseer's riddle. You don't wait for reality to change so you can feel different. You feel different first, and reality has no choice but to reorganize around that frequency. And here's why this works. Because all realities already exist. The abundant one, the peaceful one, the free one. They're not in the future, they're not possibilities. They're here, now, broadcasting, waiting for you to tune in. Your consciousness is the selector, your state is the dial, your being is the key. And when you truly get this, when you stop fighting, stop forcing, stop trying to create from scratch, when you simply choose the state of the reality you want and hold it with unwavering commitment, that's when the magic happens. That's when synchronicities multiply. That's when doors appear. That's when the right people show up. That's when opportunities materialize. That's when reality bends. Not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, not because you fought hard enough, but because you aligned with it. You matched its frequency. You became a vibrational match for it. And the field, the quantum field of infinite possibility, had no choice but to deliver it. This is transurfing. This is the third way. This is how your apples fall upward. You don't create your destiny. You don't accept your destiny. You choose your destiny by choosing who you are, by choosing your state, by choosing your frequency, and the rest follows. Always mutton. So let me bring this back down to earth for a moment, because I know this sounds abstract, esoteric, maybe even impossible. But here's the thing. You've already done this. You've already experienced this. You just didn't know what you were doing. Think about a time when you were in a great mood and suddenly everything went right. The traffic was smooth, people were kind, opportunities appeared, things just flowed. Was that luck, or were you tuned to a different frequency? Think about a time when you felt confident and someone responded to that confidence by giving you an opportunity you wouldn't have had otherwise. Was that coincidence? Or were you emanating a frequency that attracted that circumstance? Think about a time when you let go of something you desperately wanted and suddenly it showed up effortlessly. Was that random? Or did releasing the desperation remove the resistance? You've been transurfing your whole life. You just didn't have the language for it. You didn't understand the mechanism. You didn't know you could do it intentionally, but now you do. Now you know that your state of being is the most powerful creative force in your life. Not your actions, not your willpower, not your circumstances, your state. Now you know that every reality already exists, and you're not building them from scratch, you're selecting them through your consciousness. Now you know that the lag between choosing a new frequency and seeing external evidence is normal, expected, part of the process, and that holding your state through that lag is what locks in the new reality. Now you know the answer to the riddle. You claim your freedom not by fighting for it, not by earning it, but by embodying the state of someone who already has it. This is the shift. This is the beginning. This is reality transurfing, and your journey, your real journey, starts now. So here's my question for you, and I want you to really sit with this. What reality are you tuning into right now? What frequency are you embodying in this moment? What version of yourself are you choosing to be? Because that choice, that state, is determining everything that comes next. If this resonated with you, if something in you recognized this truth, drop one word in the comments that captures your current frequency. Just one word. Let's see where we all are. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you want to learn the practical mechanism, how to actually navigate between realities, how to shift your life track, how to access the space of variations where every possible version of your life already exists, hit that subscribe button, because this is Reality Transurfing number 1. And we're just getting started. In the next video, I'll show you the invisible structure of reality itself, the field where all your possible futures are waiting, and how to choose the one you want. Your apples are about to fall upward. Let's do this.